Hello. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're here for meditation mornings, a few minutes late, so sorry. Welcome if you're here for meditation mornings, and if you're watching the replay, hello as well. So I'll do these meditations on Instagram Live every Wednesday morning, just 15 minutes, give or take. Easy, attainable meditations for everyone. It'll vary what type of meditation we do. Sometimes we'll work with breath, sometimes we'll work with mantra, sometimes guided meditation, but would love to have you join us for some midweek mindfulness. They're donation-based, so I'll link the links if you feel inclined to donate below as well. But we'll get started this morning just by closing the eyes, coming to a comfortable seat, and just tuning in and noticing without judgment where the breath is at, trying not to manipulate it yet, but just taking note of where the breath is at. Maybe closing the eyes or keeping them at a gentle gaze. And now bringing your attention, your awareness to the mind. And checking in with where the mind is at this morning. Is it steady? Is it racing already? Just taking note without judgment of where the mind is at. And finally, we'll take note, bring our awareness to where the body is at. Maybe taking a few wiggles to tune in with the body. Just bringing your awareness and your attention without judgment to where the body's at this morning. Any possible aches or pains. Maybe the body's still waking up. Just tuning in and taking some gentle movement. And we'll take a few seated cat-cows just to continue some of this gentle movement, settling the body and then settling the mind. So seated cat-cows, we'll bring our hands to our thighs or knees, and then we'll gently exhale as we curl the shoulders forward, gaze looks down, belly button draws into spine. Seated cat pose. Inhaling, coming forward, opening through the shoulders. Gaze comes up, arching through, back, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat pose. Inhale, seated cow. And taking 3 more. Maybe adding in any organic sahaj movements. Maybe bending sideways as you come back and forward. Just getting some more angles of the spine if the body is calling for it this morning. And coming back to center, we'll move into a guided meditation this morning. So coming to a comfortable seat, you're welcome to lay down as well or go about your morning if you're cooking breakfast or driving. Closing the eyes if you can to help with the visualization. And if you'd like to take a mudra, you can take Bu Mudra, peace fingers come together, and then come to the mat or ground beside you. guided visualization, meditation. Begin to take a few deep breaths, clearing the mind. Starting to visualize a bright beach in the morning. The sun is just beginning to come up. And you decide to take your shoes off and walk along the beach. The sand beneath your feet is warm. There's little hermit crabs running around beside your feet. They're friendly. And as you walk along the beach, you really take in the nature, the scenery around you. You notice the vegetation around you, the beautiful plants and trees. You notice the sun as it continues to come up, feeling brighter and stronger against your skin. You feel a gentle breeze. You smell the salt water in the air. And as you continue to walk along the beach, you walk closer to the water. And the sound of the waves get bigger and deeper, louder as you get closer. And finally, you've walked up to the beach, to the water. And you feel the water under your toes. The water's warm. It feels refreshing with the sand under your feet, the water hitting your toes, the sun beating against the skin. And as you're standing there, suddenly a bottle rolls up onto the beach. You pick up the bottle and notice there's a note and a pen inside. You run away from the water and dump the contents onto a dry area on the beach. You notice the piece of paper has some writing on it, and you pick it up to read it. The paper says, "What do you wish to release?" What do you wish to release? And so you think about it for a few seconds, or maybe what you want to release comes up right away. And you grab the pen and start to write out what you want to release on this piece of paper. And as you're writing it out, when you're finished, you put the piece of paper back in the bottle, running back to the ocean, throwing the bottle in the ocean, and you watch it gently float off back to where it came from before you found it. And watching the bottle and what you want to release written inside to gently pass in the waves, leaving you, leaving the beach. You begin to walk away from the water, back to where you came from. You feel a sense of lightness as you walk away. Feeling what you wrote down, what you wanted to release, to just leave the body. You feel your shoulders relax a little bit, the forehead, the jaw, allowing it to leave. Feeling the sun against your skin once again. The sand beneath your feet. The smell of salt water. Tuning in with how the body is feeling, how the mind is feeling, and how the breath is feeling compared to the beginning of this meditation when we did that first tune in. Does the body feel calmer, maybe less stiff, more awakened? Does the mind feel calmer and more centered or focused? And does the breath feel deeper, more consistent? Allowing this idea of releasing what no longer serves you to carry throughout the rest of the day, the rest of the week, and especially with this new moon energy we have right now, it's a great time to release. So hopefully this meditation served you. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you next week or at the replays. Have a great rest of your week.